Hey there guys, welcome to the ASL Tool and Gear Shop. So today we're going to talk about rifle builds. So you may be used to seeing a lot of your modern sport and rifle builds everybody's rocking these days. The upgraded furniture, Streamlight, Weapons Light, Holosun optic, Magpul, backup iron sights, got a Bravo Company B5 buttstock, and a Black Hawk ergonomic grip. And this here is loaded with some soft tips for home defense. So very modular, very tactical. So everybody's into these types of rifles today. So I wanted to do something a little bit different and go against the grain. So if you're a subscriber to my channel, you probably heard me announce this a couple of weeks ago. And here it is, my retro A2 style AR-15 build with the actual carry handle and 20-inch barrel, just as God intended. So we'll go ahead and pull out that loaded stainless steel magazine, verify that it's empty for you safety nerds. Good to go. So really super cool. The rifle is complete. It's together. Taking it out and put a couple of 100 rounds through it, and it worked flawlessly. Not one single malfunction or issue. And I have to say, after owning several AR-15s in either carbine 16-inch length or pistol 10.5-inch length, shooting this 20-inch AR-15 is a dream. I instantly fell in love. I really like the classic retro look. Of course, based off the A2 M16 that came out in the early 80s. And I'm really loving this build. It's simple, it's elegant, and it looks great. My first experience with the A2 sights, of course it's got the elevation knob here for your distance, but then you actually do the elevation with the front sights, of course, and the windage knob is here. So again, I wanted to go against the grain. Everybody's into the tactical AR-15s these days, and I wanted to really have something that looked a little old school. The rifle is complete, with the exception of I have a couple accessories on the way, particularly an olive drab green rifle sling and a cleaning kit that is in a small bag with the intention of going in this, open with my thumb, there we go, small cleaning kit with the intention of going in that little compartment in the buttstock. So perfect little stowaway compartment for a cleaning kit, and it's beautiful. So I do have AR-15s, of course, the MP-15, the original Sport 1, not the MP-15 you see behind here, which is obviously highly modified. Really, the only thing that's original in that MP-15 is the receivers. So I do have a MP Sport 1, the one without the forward assist and the dust cover. That's in the house back there in a specific location for home defense. That MP-15-1 is what actually I used to train my wife on, so she just gets used to iron sights, and those MP-15s, they function flawlessly too. Brass ammo, cheap steel ammo from Russia, and this ate just about everything that I gave it as well. So a really good shooting, good functioning gun. So just to give you an idea of the parts that I used to put this together, I put this here whiteboard, so you can see that there is a generic strip lower and a Odin Works lower parts kit. So no complaints about the lower. The upper I actually bought from my FFL sitting around in a parts pile, and although it does have this marking on here which should indicate where it was forged, the FFL assured me that it either came off a Bushmaster or a Colt. Got that characteristic A2 upper. So that's the lower receiver, that's the upper receiver. The buttstock is actually from Mossberg. It's a Mossberg A2 style buttstock that I ordered from cdnnsports.com. So that's the upper, the lower, standard mil-spec pistol grip from that Odin Works lower parts kit. We're rocking a Rise Armament upper parts kit, so you can see there. Now let's talk about the bolt carrier group and the barrel. So the bolt carrier group and the barrel are from a 20-inch, a Palmetto State Armory premium upper, 20-inch upper. Now what makes it premium? Well, the premium has to do with that FN cold hammer forged barrel. It's a chrome lined barrel, considered high quality. They say it's the same steel that goes on the M249, M240 machine guns. A magnetic particle inspected bolt carrier group. So that is magnetic particle inspected. And we talked about the Mossberg A2 buttstock. I don't know if you can see that. It says Palmetto State Armory right there. But, you know, it's probably just your standard bolt carrier group, magnetic particle inspected bolt carrier group from Toolcraft. So yeah, that's about it. Really good shooting, classic A2 style. Being that it is A2 style, it does have the bayonet lug there. So let's see how a bayonet mounts up to it. I just so happen to have this M7 Ontario bayonet. Got one of those self-sharpening sheaths. So let's just put that guy on there. Snaps right into place. There you go. Totally old school if you got to bayonet up somebody. Yeah! Yeah! Gotta have the battle cry. Couple hundred rounds put through it. Again, no malfunctions. Trigger works fairly good. We can go ahead and let's see here. We can measure that trigger. Where is my trigger gauge? Let's go ahead and take this bayonet off so I don't poke my eyeballs out. Okay, I found it. My Lyman trigger gauge. So take off the magazine and verify it's empty again. Alright. Let's see what we got here. 3 pounds, 11.5 ounces. Let's try that again. Four pounds, 7.4 ounces. Three pounds, 5.1 ounces. It's actually a little lighter than mil spec. Mil spec's usually like 5 to 7. Whoop. Let's call that an error because I accidentally pulled out the battery box. Alright. £2, 15.9 ounces. It doesn't seem right. I mean, it does feel like a light trigger, but I thought this lower parts kit was supposed to be mil spec. Guess I'm not complaining. So I'm running the CMC flat style on most of my AR builds, but this one I obviously wanted to be mil spec. I also run my, see, I keep pulling off that battery thing. Battery cover off makes it lighter. 2 pounds, 2 pounds, 15.1 ounces. No. hear the smoothness of that nickel boron bolt carrier group. Yeah, I definitely think this one is lighter. This is a CMC flat style. £1 pound, 5.6 ounces. I'm starting to wonder if I'm not using this thing right. £1 pound, 11.5 ounces. Well, at least it's relatively lighter. Trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting about this amazing rifle. Now, of course, this is an AR-15, so it's not an M16. It's a retro style, but of course, there's no third hole. The trigger group doesn't have any of the features of an automatic trigger group. But as with a lot of modern AR-15 builds, it does have what I like to refer to as the full meat bolt carrier group, intended for automatic rifles or M16s. The upper and the lower, I mean, this is as tight, if not tighter, than my Daniel Defense. The tolerance on this is just amazing. As a matter of fact, it's so tight, you almost have to have the push pin tool to push up push pins right here. So now we can pull that apart. I'm not going to pull this all out. I got some other footage over here somewhere where I pulled this all apart, but it's been nice and cleaned, lubed up, and ready to go shoot again. Alright guys, that is my A2 Retro AR-15 build. Good to go. When we get that sling and that cleaning kit in, we'll do a follow-up video just to talk about that, have a little bit more fun with it. Gives me a excuse to go shoot it again. So, alright guys, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I mean, my subscriber count keeps going up, but my view count keeps on going down. YouTube's obviously doesn't like the pew-pews. The more I talk about them, the less growth my channel gets, or at least the less views. We might have to find some alternative platforms to post our videos on for the pew-pews. We'll do more videos, more guns, more knives, more tools, more fun. Until next time, later. Alright, this is the second time I've attempted to do this video. First time I was all fuzzy, out of view. Looks like the battery on my camera is about ready to die. Alright, later.